Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the vlog. I actually was in my incubator this morning and got shocked by what I found in this box right here. It is so cool. This was a 10 egg clutch. It was a scaleless head bred to a scaleless head. You guys know that we produced the very first scaleless ball pythons a handful of years back and then didn't for quite a while. Last year we hatched a couple. On average, you get 1 in 4 babies. So 10 eggs might get 2, right? Nevertheless, look at this. We have 1 little baby scaleless ball python. Absolutely adorable. And again, the scaleless ball pythons just look so incredible. I mean, look at the difference in the color and the pattern between a normal ball python and a scaleless ball python. And that's basically just the difference in the fact of the scalation and how the pigment changes with the scales. You take those scales away through a recessive mutation or an incomplete dominant super in the case of this, you get this beautiful, clean, patterned animal. Almost looks like a rubber snake that's tattooed pattern on it. But we didn't just get 1, we got 2. That's right, 2 little baby scaleless ball pythons. Look at how beautiful they are. They're just absolutely perfect. But wait, there's more. That's right, we've got 3 scaleless ball pythons right here. Now, we hatched a clutch earlier this year where we had 2 scaleless ball pythons, and now we have 3 scaleless ball pythons, putting us up to 5 scaleless ball pythons. Now, I really wasn't planning on producing a whole bunch of scaleless ball pythons because they do require a little bit of extra care. And the way you want to keep these guys is to keep them actually dry, so you don't want hardly any humidity because the scales actually protect them like a fungal infection. So when you keep them really dry and then they go into shed, you wet them down just when they go into shed and then let them absorb all of that moisture during the shed cycle. And as soon as they clear up and shed out, you keep them dry again. If you do that, you can actually keep them alive for a full life, which is pretty cool. We actually have the babies from last year getting really big. I'll show you them in a few seconds here. How cool is it to wake up to 3 scaleless ball pythons? And this, of course, is the scaleless ball python from last year. You can see how big she's getting. She's absolutely wonderful. Look at that animal right there. Again, if you take care of scaleless properly, they do really well. And they look so cool as they get bigger. There's no doubt about it. I can't wait till this animal is big enough to potentially breed because I don't think that there's actually been a female scaleless that has produced eggs yet. So I would love to see this be the first one. Over here at the Legasea Aquarium, and today is the day that I've been really excited about. The window framing actually is coming in, and so we're going to start to see the grid. It's kind of funny because as I walked over here, I see this guy right here. My buddy Bill, what's going on?
Dude, all right, how's it going?
I didn't know. Bill actually helped me on the aquarium house with a bunch of glass stuff, and he's a friend of mine. And I had no idea he was going to be on the job. I walked over, it's like, surprise. So tell me, what are you guys doing right now?
We're putting down the flashing to go over the block, and then we're going to put the subsill down for the window frame. As soon as that's done, we're going to start putting the frames for the windows
Put the window frames in, and then after that, the glass goes in. So window frames a couple days, you think?
Obviously, depending on the weather and everything like that. So.
And then in about 2 weeks, glass goes in.
Roughly
2 weeks.
Scheduled to come in on the 13th.
All right, well, now I've got a number of someone I can call and complain to. So,
Bill, always
help
call
me
and
out.
complain to me.
Help me out. Get this windows done. So it's going to be cool. Here in the next couple days, you're going to be able to see the framing of the windows, which even though the windows won't be in, which is going to really make it cool, because the windows like are a kind of a bluish glaze look, but we're going to have lights on the back here so we can actually change the color of the windows. But when we see the framing in, that's going to make the building just look finished, right?
Absolutely.
It's going to look so cool, and we're going to see what this place is going. So this is exciting. The outside of the building getting closer to being done. Take a look at this, guys. You guys know that these rocks I loved, and they had a bunch of lichen and moss on them and stuff like that. But now there's little trees that are actually growing out of the rock like nature. It is going to be like really natural. And hopefully some of the other rocks you can see down here, little trees growing out of the rocks here. Again, that just makes that natural look, which is really cool. We got, look at this rock here. Oh my gosh, how cool is this? You got little green stuff. Again, this isn't stuff that we planted. This came from the wild, which is pretty cool. Again, this is going to look really cool as it's, you know, we plant it, the rocks sort of come to life, the lichen comes to life. When the waterfall is flowing, they're going to get a lot more life in it. It's just something exciting to see. Take a look at this, guys. This is a little fireball python, and it is so cute. Of course, the fireball python is basically a single incomplete dominant animal, and the super form is actually a black-eyed leucistic, not to be confused with a blue-eyed leucistic. And we have a bunch of eggs here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 eggs to cut. This is actually a fire yellow belly female bred to a stinger bee orange dream yellow belly fire, which means there could be a whole bunch of stuff. We could get 2 types of white snakes in this clutch. We get black-eyed leucistic and we get ivory. So what do you say we jump into egg number 1 and see what's in here? Again, with all the mutations, it could be really interesting to see what we actually hatch. So egg number 1, here we go. Look at that. Cannot wait to see what's inside these eggs. There's going to be all kinds of really cool stuff. And sure enough, right off the rip, we've got a white snake. Now, interestingly enough, we have to figure out what type of white snake is this. Is this a black-eyed leucistic or is this an ivory? I can tell you because of how white it is that this is actually a black-eyed leucistic. So it's a super fire. And again, because it's a fire yellow belly bred to a stinger bee orange dream fire yellow belly, it's a fire to fire type of situation, which is pretty cool. So we've got our first one there. Let's go ahead and see what next comes up. Again, you know, that could have orange dream in it, that could have yellow belly in it, it could have all kinds of different stuff. We just don't know because it's a solid white snake. So I'm gonna go ahead, cut this next egg, and see what's inside this egg right here. See, I can see we already have some color, so I know that it's not a white snake. But it looks like it is going to be a spider ball python. Looks to me like it's probably a spider orange dream ball python because that spider and orange dream mix really well and it kind of reduces the pattern and stuff like that. That looks pretty cool. I definitely like that a lot. Moving on to the next egg, and these eggs should be hatching literally any day anyhow. We always cut in the last like maybe 2 or 3 days before the eggs are due to hatch because you never want to cut too early because the animals aren't ready to come out. We want to stay away from that. We don't want to ever hurt the animal. We want to do the best we can. And this is a beautiful snake right here. Oh my God. Look at the head stamp on that right there. That thing is incredible. This is actually going to be a fire stinger orange dream. Looks like a yellow belly fire. So it looks like it's the clone of the daddy, which is really cool. And again, you can't really get the all gene. Well, you can get the all gene animal, but the all gene animal is going to be white, so we're not going to know what's inside of it, right? So this is as good as it gets as far as actual visualization. That was the all gene animal minus the double yellow belly and the double fire, which is something, again, that would be a white snake anyways. Moving on to egg number 4 and seeing what's inside, and oh my gosh. Well, this is actually an orange dream. I was originally going to say it was a normal ball python. When I think of all the genes with the dad and the mom, I was thinking like, how in the world could we have a normal snake? But sure enough, it's an orange dream. Still just a single mutation, but still just an orange dream, which orange dreams are absolutely beautiful anyways and really good. So moving on to egg number 5, and again, we aren't doing nearly the egg cutting that we did before. We're letting things, we're still cutting them, we're just not filming them as much because I don't want to bore you guys with too many egg cuttings. And look at this, the same animal as before. This is the stinger orange dream yellow belly fire. Oh my gosh, just like the daddy. So really, again, the all gene animal minus the extra gene of yellow belly and fire, which is really what we want anyways, because that's absolutely incredible. We have 4 eggs to go, so 4 more mysteries to unravel. Let's go ahead and cut this, see what's inside this beautiful egg right here. And boy, I tell you what, I love egg cutting season. And look at that, look at that. Oh, look at that, it's taking its first breath too. It's coming out. This is a black-eyed leucistic again. So this is the super fire, right? Now again, it could have orange dream in it. It could have yellow belly in it. It could have spider in it. All kinds of stuff. We just don't know because it's the pattern is gone, right? It's just a black-eyed leucistic. So that is really cool. And again, the black-eyed leucistics are really kind of a little bit more rare than the blue-eyed leucistic because there's so many more ways to get blue-eyed leucistics, right? You've got lesser, you've got Mojave, you've got all kinds of stuff at Russo. Whereas with the black-eyed leucistics, you only have the fireball python. So that's, it's just cool to hatch, there's no doubt about it. Let's see what we have in this egg. Ooh, this is a pretty snake too. Wow, this is really, look at how reduced pattern that is right there. So this is definitely a fire, orange dream, spider, and I think that that might be it. So it's just a fire, spider, orange dream, but woo. I tell you what, that thing is ripping. So, you know, again, when you get the right genes together, they make some beautiful, beautiful snakes. 2 more eggs to go. All right, let's see what we have here. You never know, and it's always exciting cutting snake eggs. There's no doubt about that. Cut around a little bit, open it up. Come on, little monkey. Okay, it looks like we have just literally a spider ball python here. It doesn't look like there's anything else. Might be in a yellow belly. When it hatches out, we'll know, but it's definitely not anything too crazy. Looks like a spider, possibly a spider yellow belly. Let's go ahead, let's hit something really cool. I want to see something amazing here. All right, ooh, yeah, look at that. Oh, sheesh. Again, we hit 3 of these guys. This is the Stinger B, Orange Dream, Yellow Belly Fire. Wow. I tell you what, so to hit 3 of those in this clutch is absolutely amazing. All in all, an amazing clutch. I absolutely love it. We have plenty of eggs to have. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more egg cutting or less egg cutting. Remember a few weeks back when we had that disaster litter of bugs? But there was one really beautiful little baby. Well, it shed out and oh my gosh, Jessica.
So cool looking, right?
Oh
so
so
red.
what is it?
So this one's a Hypo leopard.
Hypo leopard and all that red. It almost looks like a blood red, right?
Yeah.
It's absolutely
so cool.
incredible.
So what would be super awesome in the future is if we could get the cow albino into it, because that's what makes like the red dragon.
The red dragons.
Yes.
Oh gosh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
so beautiful.
Oh my gosh, I do want to see it.
I love its like little face print. It's got so much like dark little markers.
So beautiful. I tell you what, you know, again, it sucked that we only had 1 baby, but at least that baby was an absolute ripper. And next year we'll produce more. And scaleless ball pythons were the only thing that hatched out today in the incubator. We have a really cool clutch here. This was actually a black vestel bred to a banana GHI Mojave. So got some really cool stuff here. This is actually the GHI here. You can just see that it's got the like much more pattern, like really busy pattern. It's also a darker morph animal, and the GHI actually stands for Gotta Have It. Like Cold Stone, you'll know the reference. And actually a guy named Matt Lear produced them, and for some reason he named them Gotta Have It, which is completely fine because it is a gene I think that you have to have. And it does some really cool stuff. So you can see how it just muddles the pattern really different with different things. Really cool animal. And take a look at this one here. This is actually the GHI Mojave. I love how the GHI and the Mojave interact and actually make this dark animal with just a striping down it. Really, really cool. But this one also has black pastel in it. So it's a black pastel GHI Mojave. So it's a triple gene animal, making it a little bit darker than a normal GHI Mojave, because normally a GHI Mojave is more of a brownish color, whereas this is bordering on black. Absolutely wonderful. And then this is the creme de la creme right here. This is actually the banana black pastel GHI Mojave. So again, we had the banana GHI Mojave bred into the black pastel, hoping that we would get the all gene animal, which we did with this particular one right here. It just makes it a little bit darker and cool, because everything into banana that can be dark is that purple color. So this is going to be amazing. When it sheds out, it's going to be a stunner. There's no doubt about it. So we had some really cool stuff out of this clutch, and this was a good day for the incubator. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.